What up, Wendy Bad? What's going on?
This one.
I miss
Loki,
you,
oh
man.
my, it's been a while. Oh. When last did we do this live, Seth?
Oh wow,
Wait,
somebody got
Uti,
Hey,
someone got fatter.
it's been a while. I think the last time Uti joined us was like 2 years
I'm
ago.
not going to say who. I'm not going
I
to say
think
who got fatter.
I swear to God, I think it's me he's talking about.
No. Did you add weight?
I did not do. I added only 4 kilograms.
I can tell. You look the same.
I swear, like I miss this kind of humor where you can talk about people's physical appearance and there's no malice.
You are
If
body
you
shaming me. Yeah, body
you
shaming.
can't try it
Body
today,
shape.
you get cancelled.
I was just telling Adams today that if I started my career in the abroad, they would not cancel me. Tete. Tete.
Or they would have gotten used to you.
Nah,
Or
they
they
would
would,
have gotten
they would have
You,
Uti, I think they
Nigeria.
probably would have gotten used to you
Yeah.
because if you were grown here, born and raised here, and then you started your career, you would have just been, behaving differently.
you'll be on Sky News.
Nah, lie, they would not cancel me. Oh. The things I've said in Nigeria and gotten away
There's
with, bruh.
there's always a place for people like you.
Always. In Councilville. Or prison.
I think prison.
Ooh, bro.
Oh my
You
God.
deal with people like you.
Yeah. Uti, how
Have fun.
far
Now.
now?
I did
How's it
praise.
been?
You are glowing, though. See your face cap. You know what? You're the phone with Papa Yongi.
He's doing nigga.
Nigga, nigga, yo.
Uti,
What up, nigga?
Uti,
You
Nigga
put it
Kashi.
Tinubu they do one for us now, normal level.
Mhm.
now. You know. they tag internet. If you talk any now me in Nigeria or now the Australia. I beg. Nice things. Let's be nice. Our government is doing well.
You
we're,
see,
we're
and I
ending
wanted to
bad
even ask you,
governance.
and I even wanted to ask you how the whole matter they go, but since you don't want to really talk about politics, no, just leave them.
Oh no. For me, when it comes to politics, I always tell people whatever happens, do what you have to do. Just shun violence in every single way. Shun violence. That's always my word, and that's the message I've been preaching ever since I started to talk about politics. I always say the youth should not be used for any agendas especially when it comes to violence. That's it. Just shun violence. Violence is never the answer. And just everyone has to be constructive and strategic and logical in their approach. Study your history so that you do not do things that will end up being self-sabotage. Do you understand? Like if you're
Mm.
trying to hi, it's like almost like saying because you have something in the house that you're trying to get rid of, you end up burning down the whole house because of maybe you spotted some kind of parasite or pest or whatever, like maybe you see a cockroach or a rat or something, you now burn down the whole house. No, that's not the approach. Yeah, that's what I always tell people. Never be a tool for violence because at the end of the day, when you're violent, the people they are passing the message to are not affected because they just sit down from wherever they are and watch you guys and say, you see, this is the reason why the country is the way it is. So
That's
just shun violence.
very true.
100%.
Strategic and logical.
Yeah, but Uti, I really think there is never gonna be a protest without violence. There's no way. There's no way there's gonna be a peaceful protest anywhere in the world. There's always gonna be those elements that wants to burn down. Even government said we even set up the other group of people
The
who will
thing is,
destroy other things so that it will be like say
yeah, the thing
there's
is, in a
something.
country like in a country like ours, right, which is Nigeria is by default a lawless country. Let's call a spade a spade.
Still not
You
default.
know,
Mm,
by
it's true.
default, it's like when you have money, you can get away with anything. Do you understand? Or
Yeah.
almost anything. So at the end of the day, whenever you try to stage a peaceful protest, there will always be people that will hijack it and turn it into a riot. And in the end, the riot now just defeats the whole purpose. Except
Yeah.
you want, like I said, burn down the whole house just to get rid of something that you don't want in it. That's it's not a logical decision, but there's ways, there's strategies. You have to know what works. And it's like Adams and I were talking about this morning. Not everything that works for A works for B. So some countries will profit from protests. Other countries, it just becomes a vicious cycle.
Yeah,
And if you go back to the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, what's been the results?
yeah,
You know?
true.
So at the end, we need to find strategic ways. I don't know, I'm not a specialist, but in the end, we need to there's a solution. We're just either we don't know it or we're not ready for it. Personally, I don't know what the solution is. They're specialists in these areas. What they call them, is it political scientists? So I know people take courses on
Even
stuff
even
like
even,
this.
even those that read political sciences in school are not even politicians. They are working somewhere else. They're probably doing POS. So
There are
it's just.
leadership courses, there are people that are trained in things like this. So
Mm,
for me, I know I'm not experienced. So my part is always pass the message without violence. The minute violence is involved, it just it sabotages everything. It's like all of us now having an issue. The minute I decide to attack one of you physically, matter don't
mm,
end now. Matter don't end.
yeah,
It don't
yeah,
end. You say, guy, why you they use violence now? Why you they fight? You they talk for you, come on, they fight. It don't spoil. Now
yeah,
there are
true.
people who have theories that it's the people who are protesting against that sponsoring people to act like they're part of us and be violent, which goes to show that maybe this is not the way. Maybe it isn't. We
Yeah.
need to some like people. We need to come together and figure out the right way to pass our message across. Basically,
Yeah, true though. I mean, bro, like if you really want to talk about this protest and Nigerian problem, we probably will extend this conversation until
we
next
extend
week
this. And
because
you are in Australia, they will tell people to come back,
you know
even if you don't be
no
abroad. They will
no
keep talking about it.
nobody fit tell us to come back. We
So you're
there.
not in any position to talk about it. Move on.
Exactly my point. And Praise loves Nigerian politics. He'll stay here. He'll just be throwing seeds, setting up
No man, and
problems.
winch. Just be
Yeah.
like people who never marry, go they advise. Just be like me now. As three or two of them that don't marry. I mean, you don't marry.
So,
Just be like say Adams and
Technically.
Praise, they get marital issue. Me and you will come to say, actually, in marriage, what somebody should do? What do we know about marriage, bro?
Oh my god.
oh, I know nothing, man.
Speaking of marriage, right? I think this is a good segue into the kind of things we want to talk about, right?
Spoke English, a
Um,
segue.
you know as it be now.
A
That
good
the education
segue.
is paying off.
Holding
Kuti,
this English.
if you were to pick one friend that could select a spouse for you or a partner, which friend do you think knows you enough to be able to select the right wife for you?
All of you have failed, so I don't think any of my friends have failed. I think every time my friend has had to blind date me, I'm always like, is that what you think I like? Like, no. I've been hooked up with crazy. I've been hooked up with very calm. I've been hooked up with very cerebral. I don't know. I guess when you find your flavor, you find your flavor. The last time I agreed to be set up with someone, you know how that relationship went, Adams. They almost key me, send my ass. So, and his stupid Bobby, hi, see my dad is here. Say hello. Eh,
Bad
hey,
behavior.
that's the hi.
Hello,
Hello.
Emmanuel. That's what you need for your teeth.
Oh,
Wow, boy, man has nice teeth. Are they buck?
what's that?
Are
No,
they
he's
buck?
been having teeth or tooth issues. They don't come out
Mm.
like two so far.
So imagine this man.
Praise will know.
Praise. Imagine this man. Wow. Adams, you couldn't say a yes or a no. Wow.
Oh
With
my God.
friends like these, who needs enemies?
I feel like you bring out my bad behavior when I'm around
Why does
you.
everybody said that?
Yes.
Say that. Fact, he said that. Why does everyone say that?
Oh, but
Hi, good afternoon. For me?
Oh
For
yeah,
me?
Emmanuel, we go move to you,
to
right?
me,
No, I
what
don't want to
Yeah,
do.
like which of your friends do you
No, not
feel
even
like
the. Okay. Oh yeah.
would
So
know?
all of you have. I'll come back to this conversation. It's
No,
just a small.
Allah.
No worries.
I think which of your friends do you think knows you enough to be able to select a partner for you? the kind of partner that you would want?
That's a good question. I don't think anyone knows me enough. Maybe Praise try, but I don't think anyone knows me enough
Praise, try.
to do that. I think because yeah, I know myself to the point that I don't think I let out enough for somebody else to know enough to recommend someone for me. Does that make sense? I'm very much aware of that. Yeah. So I don't think anybody would actually be able to. If I was to pick, I'll say maybe Praise. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. Your record is very bad.
You see how
That's very bad
you're
record.
putting, you're blaming other people for your
I'm
bad
not.
behavior.
You,
Make a
you
bring
asked me a
Sharon,
fucking question.
baby. Oh, Sharon.
You asked me a question. For
So
God's
that's what I'm
sake.
saying.
How am I
Okay,
blaming
so
you for anything?
you said it didn't work with what we've done. Anyways, continue.
She said you should link her with Uti. Which one of you can link me with Uti? The guy with headphones and dreadlocks is Uti's bestie. DM him.
Like they said, I don't try, I don't fail. So
Tell her, tell her, make she send her resume. Come.
Go see a
we will
resume.
vet it.
Inside her resume, make she ask for more transport fare. See, she won't send people messages.
And send some Bitcoin.
Be like, so now they grace for this Nigeria, now they grace. So now we just see full government, they ask for income.
Sharon.
Swale.
Hi guys.
Hi.
My
Yeah,
guy, my guy.
I almost said nonsense. I can't remember saying we're on the internet, so let me respect myself.
Oh my
How you
God.
doing, Sharon?
What did you say, Adamu?
I said, how are you today? It's good
No,
to
what
see
was the
you.
first thing you said? Use your full
Ah,
chest. There are somebody's that you don't be a coward. Use your full chest. What did you say?
Now,
you don't come
what
now.
did he say?
You're bringing violence, Sharon. This is 2024. We're on our best behavior,
And
okay?
we are trying to
How
end
many
bad, we
best
are trying to end
behavior?
bad governance. We are trying to end bad governance and bad friendship,
Exactly.
Sharon. So, Adamu,
See,
I'm
you
with
guys, I
Sharon.
have
So say that
social.
thing that you said. If Sharon
I
wants to
have.
cut you off, let her cut you off. What was that thing that you said? Because we are trying to end bad friendship and bad governance. Say that the way you talk.
She
I
that
did with
that
Sharon.
was recommending that you should break up with your friend or something.
Yes.
Like if it's not, what the fuck? If it's not working,
Sharon,
sit them
baby, have
down and then
fun now.
and break up
I
with them.
beg, make I
I
make I
tell
talk.
you guys have dragged me
So
outside. I have
the
social
way you did
anxiety.
Sharon, the way you did treat me, is it fair? Is this what friendship should be now? Because my friendship matter with the talk. So this
Yeah, let's
friendship where
keep
me and you they
it.
do like this. This friendship where me and you they do like this. Is this how they treat friends in friendship? So you now will come explain these people waiting happen. Why am I allegedly saying this? Because apparently you are not
You're not
treating me well, and I feel
allegedly saying it, you're
my,
saying it.
my, my, my mental health is very unstable because of how I'm being treated by you. So explain to the public, Adamu is here, Ini is here. These are our mutual friends, how you've treated me. You don't cut me off, you've broken up with me, I don't know, waiting I do. Oh yeah, it's a good way to open the conversation.
What did you do? I'm just matching energies, basically. I send who send me. I no send who no send me.
Ah,
That's
this answer.
friendship.
This answer is that's a hardcore answer.
I beg, it's already 20 minutes. We haven't even started what we
Hardcore.
came here to do today. I said I've lost track of time. You see, that's why you guys are my super friends. After this call, I'm breaking up with all of you.
I have to sit on the sofa for this conversation.
I tell you. Anyway, Sharon, welcome aboard, and I feel like you're the you're the right person for this conversation. We just gave it a
Mm.
teaser the other day. So without, how did they speak out for English? Without further ado,
What I drew.
without further ado,
You
my
could do
mother
your
will
hand
be
like you could do
proud.
your hand like this without further
Without further ado, what has
What's
gathered us
ado
here
mean?
today, my brother? Play on my song.
Continue.
Which
ado.
they
As I was
happen
saying,
for this place?
what are you talking
Huh?
about?
Which they happen for this place? It be like say, as all of una day Australia, we dey bat country. Na different things I did the year and I the year because which one is play on my Omi song on top of live video? Na they meant. Na so na they do for
You
there.
don't get
Now,
the
based,
joke.
based on if you ask me now, who I go ask now, normal level.
Exactly.
Okay, oh
Ray, you
God, have
switched on. You
mercy.
switched on.
All right, let's get into
um,
the
let's
topic.
get into this. So,
Mm.
basically, me, I've been seeing a lot of stuff online where they talk about treadmill friends, sofa friends. They say if your friends are not motivating you, cut them off, find new friends. If you're hanging out with four fools, you're the fifth one. So all of those things, and there's some value in what they are saying, but I kind of feel like those is not complete, right? Because there's different flavors of friendships. And there's friends who you hang out with, they have your back. You don't have to talk every day, whatever it is, say, Sharon, get my back. You get, even though sometimes she did fuck up, but you know that Sharon has your back. So
Mm-hmm.
my question now is, how do we categorize our friendships? How do we know when a friendship has run its course? Because sometimes we'll be like, oh, I've been friends with this person for 10 years. But then at year 10, you feel like this person is not adding value anymore to me. So how do you, Sharon, because I know say it is easy for you to just cut people off
Like
Cut
this,
praise off.
like this.
like that. So how do you assess your friendships?
It's not easy. Let me first correct that misconception. It's not easy for me to cut people off. I can say that I have mastered the art of detachment. You get, but it's not easy to cut people off. Even when you're no longer friends with someone, like you said, you've been 10 years friends with 14 years. I mean, my friendships are usually long. I know they do short time. So it's usually 14 years, 10 years, and all of that. And eventually, when that relationship fizzles out, it is not because, I think it's always because our values have changed. Where me I'm going, what me I want, the things that I want to do. Is either that we are not on the same page, or it's a parasitic relationship at that point. Say, okay, now me be the guy where they turn up for you at every point. If you need advice, if you need to cry, if you need to beat somebody up, if you whatever it is, I'm a ride or die. But when it's now the table is turned, when I'm sad, when I'm angry, whatever it is that's wrong with me, I'm dealing with it alone. You understand? Over time, I learned that it's like pouring into a basket. You're pouring water into a basket and expecting it to fill up. You cannot give what you don't have. You get, and you can only get angry that someone is not doing something that, or maybe treating you reciprocally. Yeah, but when they don't know, it's a different thing. Like you now, Adamu, you've told me before, I don't like it when you don't pick calls, whatever you're going through, communicate. If you have told me once, twice, three times, and I know still they communicate, you reserve the right for your own mental health. You reserve the right to back out. You understand? Um, which other way would I say? Yeah, so I've answered that question with regards to being able to cut people off. With regards to not being friends with anybody, how was the way you put that question? Over a
Just
period.
answer it anyhow that is coming to your head.
Okay, with regards to values, I feel like when you're younger, maybe you're in your teens, you have every group of people that come to you and you make friends easily. But when you get to a certain age, you should be very careful of how you define the term friend. Because if you are saying, oh, this person is not this, then that person is not your friend. Do you understand? Is that we use the term friends too loosely. You get, say you they follow person, they gist, they hang out. That's your acquaintance. It's not your friend. You understand? And then also, um, you could be living a very different lifestyle. Maybe you, Adam, you be a shower. Uh-huh.
Why
Me,
would Jesus
uh,
shower as example?
no, no, I'm trying to use a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle thing. Uh-huh. So maybe you, Adamu, now every night you go bunk.
First of all, right? Look, my name. Anyways, continue. I don't even what it. Just carry on.
I'm giving an analogy. I did not say you are. So let's
Okay.
assume, yeah, you the kind of lifestyle you live, you're always out there. You understand? And me, I'm an introvert that does not like being out there. You get, in the course of that friendship, mm, over time, you know how they say, show me your friend and I'll show you who you are. Over time, let's say me, I now want to go and hang out. I can't go hang out with you. That is supposed to be you, Adamu, what I described you as. The people around you, not me, the people around you will think that that is what I am. And they will bring that bullshit to me. Do you understand? So basically, you will go out. You are used to collecting every number in the club and following them home. Then me now as crayfish, I just follow you. May I come out with my guy, come catch small cruise. Then they are now treating me in the same way that they are treating you. You understand? So it's not really about you yourself. It's the except you don't give a fuck about society, you don't give a fuck about yourself, or you feel like, okay, irrespective of what this person does, I don't have an issue with it, then you're all good to go. But eventually in life, it will come back and bite you in the ass. You get, I've experienced it by myself so many times here, where I go out with a group of people. Let me not say friends. I go out with a group of people in the past, and it's the same eye, whatever it is that they are doing, that they're using to look. Am I going to put a placard on my head and say, so now I'm provoked, I'm angry. If you come near me, I'll go fuck you. All those kind of rubbish energy just to protect myself from being looked at the same way or from a hand. Anyways, over time you realize that if that's the kind of friendship you have and you don't want to be in that setting, it's no bad blood, no fights, no quarrel. I wish you the best of luck in everything you do, but I will slowly by myself start to remove myself. If you want to go out and I know that this outing, if you get killed, leg, I will tell you, say my guy no vex, I know if you come, you get values aligning. Basically this person just, it's about values aligning. Yeah, if your values align with mine, even if you're a prostitute, even if you're a this, you're a that, we will be cool forever. However, too, there's something I realized. I have befriended everybody that is my friend. Let me first say it here. Yeah. There's nobody that was my friend 5 years ago that I see as my friend this year. When I say that, I mean that I had to remove the notion of what friendship meant to me last year and reselect my friends based on my current state of mind, my values, my principles, because they've changed. They change over time. You're not going to be the same person you were 10 years ago. Or now I call myself naked chef. Now I can't even put clothes. Do you understand? You change over time. Yeah. I'm old. I'm not young. I would maybe have kids, maybe not. You, Adamu, praise you too. Anything happens in the next that are going to be with your kids. Do you understand? The value, the quality of your friends are the ones, is their kids that will be with your kids. Is their kids that will be friends with your kids. Is their kids that will network with your kids. Is their kids that will either push them to, things that we know in today's life now that are important for them to survive. You get habits, behavioral patterns. So if I go carry person now where as friend where sabi train your child, get home training to train your own child where I can't carry you as friend. You have your child will spoil my child. Because what I am teaching my child and what the way I'm bringing up my child in is different from what you're doing. You understand? And then if I now die tomorrow, it is these people that will be left to take care of my kids, my family, so the quality of friends. As I said, we shouldn't use that term friends lightly. What is your friend really? Can the person die for you? Can the person take a bullet for you? You understand? Without thinking twice about it. Can the person go to jail for you? Knowing full well that you guys share the same values. If the answer is no, then I'm sorry, I'm not available. You get?
Die. If not every other thing, bullets and die.
Make
Both
I take
reasons.
bullets for my friend now.
Have a
Me,
man.
I fit take bullets. I fit take Fadamu. I can take bullets for
Lady
Bill. I
caller.
can take bullets for Yasmin. Those three people, I can take bullets off the top of my head without thinking twice. I can take bullets for them. And those are my friends.
Mention those three people where you say you go fit take bullets for.
I go mention now your name no dinner.
But you mentioned it. I just wanted you to say it again because you were frozen. I'm not sure if I was the only one.
We heard you,
Because
Sharon.
you said
I
what?
said we heard you. Praise the find your trouble.
They
But
hear
you
the
see how
smell.
you said something very important, right? Where at a point, sometimes your values with your current friends it doesn't align. There can be a misalignment, right? Now my question is, and this is to you, Praise and Emmanuel, when you find out that your values no longer align, do you owe that person an explanation or you just ghost them? Because I feel like friendship and relationship, all of them are sheep. So if that person was truly your friend, personally, I feel like you owe them a conversation. You
Oh,
have
of
to break
course.
up with them properly.
Mm-hmm. Of
Now I
course,
think
that's a given.
I have a different route in regards to that question where they ask now. I
Can you
feel it
explain
depends.
grounds for breakup?
I feel it depends on the kind of sorry. Let me check. Uti wants to come in.
Which wants to come in? I'll drop off now.
Okay.
Let me leave. Where is that? Praise, just kick me off. Or can I drop off? One sec.
Baba, they go. Which one will kick you
Come here, say no be only me get bad behavior.
Come and be going.
But we can be five now, can't we?
Now I'm not sure
It's
we
only
can.
four.
It's only
No, we
four.
can be five.
See
Why
your
not look at
dirty camera now.
It's not dirty. It's an effect. It's called haze.
Even they laugh you for there.
You know,
It's called haze. You local people. This is why I like my Gen Z friends. All of you old.
Pot and kettle.
it's okay.
Ah, Charles, 11 years now. We have said goodbye. They're asking me why we're not doing Gerald. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Ayana, when I continue, don't mind me.
Yeah, Praise, you were saying something.
How's your stuff, man? Uti, what are you doing? Are you doing nails or your teeth?
See,
Fresh
see how
joy.
I went to perfect it.
You go
There
to
was one
plastic
that was a bit chipped
surgery.
here because I go bite. No, I go bite strong meat, so it chipped at the top. So now they perfected it.
Adam, see, this is what is called self-care. Self-care. No be all those ones where you go they chop a bar. This is self-care. Look after yourself.
Ayana. So all you
This is
guys talking? Sorry, I
self-care.
didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah.
I'll, I'll give you I'll give you a quick recap. So we're talking about friendships,
Hi, precious.
how you assess your friends, and then what happens when at some point in life your values no longer align. So we got to a point where we're saying if you consider this person your friend and your values no longer align, do you owe them a conversation? Do you have to like break up with them the way you do in any other relationship?
And what have you guys said so far? Praise, what do you think?
Now, I wanted to comment. I said it depends on your relationship and what you guys share. I mean, value now in regards to that because there are friends where we say if you guys stop talking, it's just because most of these things take natural costs. Like they were friends that I had before I met Adam, and I'm kind of closer to Adam now just because of the kind of value that me and Adam shares. And I do not owe those other people no sitting down explanation. They just notice that I've kind of not in their space anymore, or I'm not in that the thing that we were doing. I'm not interested in doing again, and so it just take natural course. It's just kind of just everything just kind of just have a natural death. like that. I don't have to sit down with anybody and say I'm not gonna be friends with you again because of that. But if we had had something like a system that binded me and the person, maybe business or something, we can choose to be very, very professional in that regards, but not as friends. Because friends, I believe it's something that I think friendship is something that if I see your call, I will pick immediately because I know that there's something of value that you want to talk to me about. There are other people that I'll see their call and I will decide to call them in 2 days or in 2 weeks because I think at the end of the day, there's nothing that we are not really talking anything. So it depends on what is binding you guys. You can have that sit down conversation. There's been a time where I don't piss Adam off. Adam calls me on the phone and just straighten me out,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. That's just because we have mutual respect and like. But there are people that will piss Adam off. Adam will be like, I don't owe that person the explanation, and everything will just go like that. I think that's how it is. Like even yeah, I think yeah. So it just really depends on your value and what you guys have in common that will kind of just propel you to have that sit down conversation. Yeah, that's how I see it. But other than
And
that,
Sharon, what did you
if,
say?
if you're not in a romantic relationship with anybody, that's if I'm not in a romantic relationship with you, I don't think I will have that sit down conversation unless now babe where I did with there's issue. I'm like, okay, I won't break up, but I don't know how you can break up with a friend. I don't think it's something that you can break up with.
Of course, you can break up with your
Everybody
friends,
can
and
just
this is why a lot
cycle.
of friendships suffer. Because for me, and I've said this a million times. Um, the difference between my lover and my friend is that one is sexual, one is not. But the dynamics are pretty much the same: loyalty, trust, spending time together, doing things
Mm-hmm.
together, sharing bonds. The only difference is the romance. So I believe a weak friend is a friend that cannot sit down and have an honest conversation with me. If our values don't align anymore, I'm an expressive person. Some people have called me emotional. Some people have called me sensitive. I own it. It's fine. Not all of us. I'm not here to act like I'm this Superman that was raised to not have feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily for me, I was raised in a household where we were allowed to express ourselves, and people look at that as odd for me. So for me, if we start drifting, I will tell you. I'll say what's going on. If normally we send each other reels, we laugh, we hang out, we go to the movies, I call you up, you call me up, and then all of a sudden all of that stops and it becomes one-sided from my angle, I'm going to ask you what's going on. And if you're not feeling my vibe, if you feel like you have outgrown me, and outgrown is not, when people hear outgrow, they always think financial. No, outgrowing can be physical, it can be mental, it can be spiritual. Anyway, and if
Mm-hmm.
I can't level up or down to wherever level you're at, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You can now call it a breakup if you want to, friendship breakup if you want to, but it's called closure as long as you didn't betray me. Like this one, you said, okay, if you guys no longer align. However, on my angle, on my side, I'm not the one that will wait for your friendship to like the fire to like reduce before I now come and I won't let it go too far. Once I start noticing it, I go talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that kind of person that I'll be like, yes. Like if Adams and I, like I don't think we've ever got to the point where I've had to not tell Adams, you have changed on me. You have not been because we already have that by default. Like we already know when we're not keeping in touch as we normally do and all of that. Now I've had friends that just stop responding. And I go, I'm like, what's up? What's wrong? And I think in Nigeria, there's this thing where people don't like to have awkward conversations. And that's the sign of immaturity. They rather tell you, oh, no, it's okay. But they're keeping their distance from you. They don't call you as often as they used to. Like if you were that go-to person for the movies, for a party, for even advice, they just stop all of that abruptly. And they're telling you that there's nothing wrong. Then 4 5 months down the line, they see you and they're not saying, I was going through it. I think that's very selfish. I think it's very, very selfish to put your friend through that mental and emotional torment, especially when you know you were close. You should have a conversation. Not everything is themed, romance themed. It almost feels like you guys make it seem like the only person that deserves an explanation is your spouse or your partner. And that's absolutely wrong, which is why there's some people that are in abusive relationships or marriages. And because they've alienated all their friends, they have
Mm-hmm.
absolutely no one to talk to.
True.
Because you've treated your friends like okrika relationship. That's not how it's supposed to be. your friend deserves the same amount of accountability and responsibility as your partner. The only difference between your friend and your partner should be sex. That's it. That's how I feel.
I mean, Uti, you're right. But I think with all this that you are saying, it's just because in friendship, Adam will say that there is tiers to this. So you have like tier one, tier two, tier three. So according to Adam, all of us here are his tier one friends, and he only owes explanation to his tier one friends, and he owes his tier one friends in a certain regards. You know what I mean? So if you
You're
can
going
only
into nuances now. Of course, we're talking about tier one friends. Obviously, for you to not align, is your tier one friends you don't align with now. If they are tier two or
I've
tier
told you
three
that
friends.
don't use the term friends lightly. Is what is causing this one
Exactly,
now is
yeah.
like you people just call
Anybody
anybody
so that
friend.
makes
be friends,
So
yeah.
it's
For
tier
me to
one
be your
friend, tier
friends, you
two
are
friend.
tier
Oh,
one.
God.
yeah. But Adam,
Personally.
I wasn't the one that said that. So Adam was the one that kind of just segment all these things. So he has a spreadsheet that he puts everybody in there.
She told you.
No, and there was something Uti touched on that is that I see happen all the time, and it's usually you see when people marry, right? And it's mostly for women on the women's side. When they get married, they feel like they can't be friends with single women anymore.
Nope, the men too. The men too. Go
Oh
on.
yeah, okay, men too.
Yes, a
So I'm
lot of
just
men
saying,
do
like,
that.
That's
yeah,
crazy. Uti, but that's crazy with men. Or how are you married and then you think you can only just be friends with married men and not your single friends? That's crazy.
Because the wives, the same way, a lot of husbands also pressurize their wives that it's your single friends that are influencing you. That's the same way some women pressurize their husbands. Say, every time you're moving with this your single friends, they will have access to babes because of you. Not knowing that it's even the married men that are more promiscuous
Like say
these
now
days.
only me not they use Twitter.
So it goes both ways. I don't like this whole gender assignment where it's like, oh, it's women that do this, oh, it's men that do this. From my experience with life, everybody is the same in terms of how they process things. Just one gender knows how to hide more than the other in certain situations. Thank you. It's like how men have portrayed themselves as we don't have emotions. I know they cry. I know they think. At the end of the day, they think. When you have a close friend, your close friends will bear witness that you think, you feel, you have your moments where you cry. Not everyone is privy to that. So it's like how they say, women only follow men for money. There are a lot of men that are following babes for money. So there's no gender. It's not all these behaviors is not restricted to any gender. It's humanity. So yes, married people, a lot of like the unhealed married people, the ones that are not grown, they always get to this point where they feel like they project their insecurities on the single friends of the married spouse, where it's like, instead of calling out your spouse on their bullshit, you are now looking for who to blame. It's because you have so many single friends. It's because. Do you get what I'm saying?
And it's not about
So, but
being
we
single.
digress.
Could be single, you could be married, and you are still irresponsible. You could have only married friends, and all your married friends are irresponsible, and your single
Exactly.
friends are the responsible ones. Just don't hang
Exactly.
out with rubbish.
Married or single, don't hang out with rubbish. And even if you do hang out with rubbish, have a like. I don't like to project my flaws and insecurities on others. Even if I have some friends that have questionable character, I do. But you have to be so
Uti, you're
strong.
of questionable character. We have
Me,
you
self,
as
I'm
a
of
friend.
questionable character. Do you understand? But you have to be so set in your ways, your character, your personality, your spirit has to be so strong that you're not easily moved by who you hang out with. I
Mhm.
can't say because I have scam friends, I'll now be led to doing scam. No, I'm an adult for crying out loud. I have to take responsibility for myself. I can't also say because I have friends that are philanderers, I'll not start philandering myself. Come on, stop. Take
Yeah,
responsibility.
no,
but
but
honestly, Uti, I will give it to you because they always they call out, BS. I think there was a time in Lagos where I'm not sure what happened, and then you were like, do you know he's married? So they always they want make people know say this guy is married before you
Oh
even.
yes, I will. I will never because me when I was in a relationship, I know how I used to feel where a friend was aware of my partner cheating and they would not want to tell me. So me, I will
Mhm.
protect that person. Yeah, I will
Yeah.
protect. I will protect you. If I see a fine babe with you, any of you married people, and and it doesn't mean you guys are doing anything, but if I notice that the person has some sort of energy towards you and he said, I say, come on, this my friend, don't marry you. Hope you know. They've called me a cock blocker for that thing so many times. But I'm like, the only reason you're pissed is if you were trying to betray your wife. Do you
Yes,
understand?
exactly.
But you shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be pissed. Or someone will say, what are you trying to say? That I don't know how to hold myself. I'm just stating the obvious that my friend is married, so she doesn't get carried away. Because tomorrow, it won't be that it's you. They'll say, and his friends were even backing him off, calling me our wife, our girlfriend. Meanwhile, they knew he was
Mm.
married. No,
And it was with
wow.
Uti. Uti could not tell him. Uti could not advise him. You have bad friends. If your friend cannot advise you, you have bad. All your friends are bad. Yeah, don't be friends with them again if you want this marriage to work.
Bam!
Now, yeah, then they see you sing. You
I
know, go
tell
find husband.
you. but Uti, you were saying something now where you mentioned that you have some friends that do things, they are philanderers, they are this, they are that. Those may be values that you don't share, but you still keep them as friends. And Sharon, you said something to me the other day that bad company
Good
corrupts good
manners.
manners, or yes, bad company corrupts good
Mm-hmm.
manners. So
Mm-hmm.
why do we have those friends? Like, should we still keep those friends that we know we don't share any values?
They are not. They are acquaintances.
Okay.
I'm back at it. They're acquaintances. There's friends by the real definition of friendship. You cannot call somebody that is not your friend just because of Nigerian English. You get those people that you now define, they are no longer your friends if you don't share the same values. You get so Uti keeping people who are philanderers or this and is not who he is. You get he explained it to you. He's a healed version of a masculine energy. You get it can be around those kind of things and not be influenced by it.
Exactly.
You understand? He's not putting
Mm.
himself into it. You get
Exactly.
but like I said in the beginning of this interview or whatever live, Uti now go if he every day and those is philanderers and his questionable characters. He's with them every day, everywhere he goes, be it in place of work or in place of whatever. Everybody knows that these are his guys. And Uti, you know that there's somebody like that. That's whenever we see him, we'll be like, Uti, no be your guy, be that. Do
Exactly.
you know the person I'm talking about,
Yes,
right?
now I know, I know,
Exactly.
I know.
So
That's
in that
like
sense,
guilty
now
by association.
is Uti's name. Anywhere we see that guy, we Uti, see your guy now. You understand? So it's not about Uti being like that, but he has corrupted Uti's reputation like
Reputation.
that because we must see the kind of person we.
Will
Mhm,
be your friend. Exactly.
mhm. We have corrupted
Exactly.
the reputation like that. So indeed, bad
However,
company corrupts good
corrupts
Yeah,
manners.
a
yeah,
name, but
guys
not
are
the
very fair.
person.
Exactly.
However, I always come from the angle of go on your healing journey. And part of this healing journey is casting away of judgment. And I hate that people call themselves Christians. And one of the number one principles of Christianity is to judge no one. I mean, do you know how tax collectors were looked at back in the day? They were the scum of the earth. They are worse than the so-called politicians that we're so upset at today. Yet, Jesus, who claimed he was this Messiah, was whining and dining with these people. Do you understand? And which is why they were trying to use those kind of things to trap Jesus. But Jesus, na guy man, when sharp past everybody. Jesus had the gift of the gab. Jesus would talk his way in and out of anything. So he always had a response for them. And that's who I try to emulate at all times, which is why I've tried it befriending
Make sure
people.
you emulate the crucifixion too, Sha.
My
Because
dear, that
now
was
bad
his role.
company corrupts
So
good manners.
my dear, so my crucifixion has come in good and bad ways. Good ways in that God had to allow them hurt me so that they could separate from me before they bring and come. And other ways where we say they, people have warned me, this is your person, be careful, be careful. But based on, oh, I don't judge, they finally knock me at Paco. So all of that happened for growth. So now, for me, it's about You know what they call good spirit, bad spirit? That time when you feel come with friend, your mama go look your friend, say, which kind of your friend is that? Or your sisters, if you have older sisters.
Energy.
I don't like this, your friend. Energy doesn't lie. I am now that person that Sharon can come into a club with somebody and I'll be like, which kind of person be this? Or I'll be like, ooh, Sharon, who be this? You know? So it depends. So you have to pay attention to how you feel when you're
Yeah.
around people, no matter how good or bad. You can be around someone that is the best behaved human being in this world, and every time they leave you, you're just drained, you're unhappy, you feel like something is not right. And on the other hand, you might be with someone that others are calling evil, but every time the person comes, they leave you fired up, charged up,
Like
motivated, inspired,
Adamu.
and ready. Exactly. So it's about you at the end of the day. Adulthood has taught me that it's really about you. Do not ignore your intuition. Do
Yeah.
not ignore your spirit, your aura. Do not, like, your intuition is the Holy Spirit's voice, advising you. Do you get? That's
Mm.
it.
Big,
Uti, I'm really rubbed off on you. Like sometimes when I hear you speak, I'm like, I've done well in your life.
Eh,
I've
that's
done
why you
well.
are my best friend now.
Aw.
Oh my god.
you guys,
Praise, where
guys,
your best friend? Where
guys,
your best
you
friend,
guys,
Praise?
you
Bad
guys should get,
friend.
you guys should get a
Bad
room.
friend. Where's your best friend, Praise?
Nah, Damuna.
Didn't
Aw.
you, didn't you guys kick him out?
Please, oh, I
Who?
take God beg
Adam,
you.
how many best
Adamu.
friends do you have? When I was young, I didn't
Exactly.
used to have best friend
Let's
more than one
settle this
person.
matter now. Let's
Polygamous
settle this
friends,
now.
idiot.
I don't
I'm
say,
talking
Me, I
I
about
only
don't
do
say
one
Uti
best
go
friend.
react. I
Anyway,
don't
they
say
have
Uti
plenty.
go
I have
react.
to, of course. But the thing is that my best friends are not in one place. Adams is my best friend, he's in Australia. Anderson is my best friend, he's in Houston. Lai is my best friend, he's in Atlanta. Lydia Faustin is my best friend, she's in Ghana. Joe is in Ghana, but he's a man. So you see the difference? So no two best friends will compete in the same environment. Do you get it?
You don't
Do you
call
get
that.
it?
You don't call like 10 best friends now. Oh yeah, Sharon, how
Because
many
those are
best
the
friends
people
do you
that
They follow you, they laugh, Praise. Why are you
no
laughing? Who's
mind
laughing?
now.
have?
Praise is the worst
I
of
did
us
beef
all.
you. Don't talk to me. I did beef you.
Meanwhile, praise. Not be
Yes,
Sharon,
sir.
you give my perfume, give me. Sharon, you still there without my perfume, Abby?
Omo, if
Oh,
I don't spray that
wow.
perfume
you
finish,
Talk
me I
of
know what it
friends.
comes It's called Chanel Blue, blue, blue.
So
You don't
go to
give
the
Adam,
Uti,
toilet.
you don't give Uti
Praise,
that perfume.
Praise was such
See, you know,
a
say Uti
crappy friend.
Uti na very terrible person. I don't call Uber, tire, send Uti perfume giver. Uti no go pick call, or you go say their house, or What you want me to do?
You
So where the
can't
perfume?
use them.
Where the
They
perfume
come
then?
house, Uti be coming home, come and collect it.
Is it with you? I thought you had
Yes,
used it
now.
too.
Be coming home.
Why you not bring her when you come for my birthday?
Why I go bring shake ball.
Wait, I beg. It's someone at the air on a dirty laundry for Instagram live. This is not WhatsApp phone call.
Badly behaved friend.
Uh,
Because maybe Uti now go feel say I dey whine am,
Bear
say
it
I don't give am
in
something.
mind. Bear it in mind. I want to give public service announcement. I have social anxiety at the moment that I am healing from gradually. So naturally, this
oh,
live video I'm not supposed they on yet. I just don't disappoint Adamu too many times for comfort. And even when I was on this call, I was hyperventilating before I eventually accepted the live video.
Oh
That being
shit.
said,
Girl interrupted
that being said,
Oyibo,
I beg. After to the
Oyibo,
moon,
Oyibo,
avoid
Oyibo,
me. Anything we
Oyibo,
got to do
Oyibo
in life.
sickness don't they worry you, Sharon? Which one be
Nah,
social
man. Nah. She be mistress now. So now
If
the Oyibo part
you
of him.
the first time that I came on a live video in my life, it was Daper Corner, and they
I don't
had
get
like this
change, you bro.
person with
Okay, now I get
noodles
change.
hair just attack me. Like I'm so
Who get
traumatized.
Sharon,
change
let
there?
bygones be bygones, please.
I know they forgive. I know they forget.
That's why you need to
Wait,
select your
wait, wait.
friends wisely.
But honestly, man, I'm not this conversation that we are having now is something that we need to have because I think Adamu recently have been saying something about I don't really care how you see me, but I'm more conscious on how my reputation is being perceived. So I think
Why?
I don't understand.
Why do you care what people think about you?
it
What
doesn't.
validation are you getting
Adamu,
from them?
in recent times, Adamu does not joke with his reputation. So if he says something, he wants to live for it. You know, like if he introduces you to something, if he introduces a business to you, and the person knows that, and he tells the person that he's going to deliver on this one, and maybe you and him are supposed to, and then you don't maybe turn up, he doesn't joke with it. Like, I
Oh,
mean, we've got a few things that
integrity.
integrity,
Okay.
you know, how the person, like all those kind
Integrity,
of stuff,
reliability,
you know.
trust. Okay, okay. It
So I mean, that's at the most current currency right now, and so I kind of see where he picks that from, which is fine. So I think putting a definition on friendship and kind of
is
categorizing
my work.
friendship based on tweeted, I think it's something that everybody needs to know, so that you don't call your work colleagues your friends, or you don't call your acquaintances your friend. And I've learned on that as well. You know, like you may know a lot of people, but like Sharon says she can only just die for 3 people, which is fair. You know, and
I
I'm
can
glad that
take a bullet without thinking twice. If I think, if you give me a second to think, I'll go reason after Anna. My guy, they go your go, but if there is no thought to it, I see you in danger. My first instinct would be to run and try and, either save the both of us, or at least push you out of harm's way. You get, and only 3 people for this life I feel do am
it
with.
paid me say I know there for that 3 people after all that I've done for you, but no one.
You see,
After all, Sharon, you are very
these three people, they
after
know they
all that
count
I've
waiting
been
they don't do for
all
me for
after
my
I've
life.
been all
You
that
see,
I've done for
you are
you, don't
badly
follow for that trip.
behaved.
No, anyway.
But I feel like it's fair to wrap up this thing. So like whoever has joined us, may them leave with something, right? And I think there was something Abiola said in the comment section where you don't have to align on all your values. You just have to align on the core values. Now,
Yeah,
most people don't even know what their core values are, nor
yeah.
have they defined what their core values are, so their friends will know it. Praise, what are your core values?
Ah,
I'd like Sharon to go first before I answer that question, because I probably will have to.
no, I won't say. The reason why I will not say my core values out here, mm, is because it's like giving out expo. Me, I'm trying to protect myself. Like I don't want this me that I'm getting to rediscover and know. I want to first understand me, know me from when I'm not the me of last year. So praise, you don't even know me again. You've not talked to me this year, so you don't even know me again.
I beg,
Anyways,
I beg. I still
that
know
being
you
said,
well.
yeah. That
Well,
being
well.
Sharon
said, yeah.
2.0.
That being said, yeah. Now me go notice by myself in another person, like reading energy, whether or not this person and my chi or my head they tally. You get saying it out that, oh, this is what I like, this is that. You're giving people expo to pretend that that is who they are, and then when they have you in chokehold, they disappointed you. You understand?
But Sharon, what I think is that, yeah, which is true, is expo. I totally agree with you. One, are you guys frozen?
No, we did hear you.
No,
Okay,
We're
okay.
just sitting still.
I thought
what is
I look
short?
at this dancing. I just go. So I totally agree with 100. But one thing I learned that you not be too protective of yourself.
Hmm.
MTN.
Character,
Can't hear
character be
you.
like
Can't
this.
hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Can
Hello.
anybody hear Uti?
Yeah, Uti, we can hear you, but I think you're frozen.
Eh, but can you?
Lagos has happened to him.
That's why. That's why we need this protest to happen.
Guy, they your day for where you day or I don't Jesus. They need to regulate social media. People would you be sit down in your countries, in another man's country, now using your Twitter fingers to be gingering people to cause chaos in the land.
But is it fair that is in Lagos and the network is not good on Daper TV? This is the kind of thing that we are fighting for. What's the Minister of Communication doing?
I love when you call this Daper TV.
You know? So, because I mean, there was a time that Sharon wanted to gather her thought, and she was like, "This interview, I wanted to say serious. This is a serious interview." That part series on friendship.
Leave me alone, John.
But
Me and you will
Sharon,
get talk. Me and you will get talk one on one after this call. We could just.
tete a tete.
Sorry, I had to hotspot my other phone. No vex.
No,
You,
that's fine. Nah,
you
problem.
still all sport, you still get time to put
We
filter
know
I don't know
for
if
the
feedbacks.
people Peter. Now the haze. It's haze. So, no, what I was saying before I got cut off, and this man started talking about protests where you know feel like on Nigeria come
Don't mind
protest.
the tozo.
Um, no, me Ritonzo Shaki. So, Alpha and Shaki. So all I was saying is that character, it be like Bele, you know the hide.
Mm.
You know the hide. It's just that sometimes we don't want to go through the process of finding out what is real and what is not. However, I feel like God, the universe, whatever you want to, however you want to put it, put certain people in on our paths to teach us and to build our character. You know, they
Mm-hmm.
say steady waters never made a skilled sailor. So the fact that somebody comes into your life, whether the person came to lie with your core moral codes or whatever, it was meant to be. There's nobody in your life now that was not meant to be in your life, good or bad. That's one thing I've noticed. I have so
They
many
were
regrets with people.
supposed to
Like,
teach you something. Mm-hmm.
yes, yes. There are some people I wish I'd never met. I wish I'd never known. I wish I'd never trusted. I wish I'd never let into my house, into my life, into my personal movements. But you know, I can't regret because if I was not supposed to come across this person, something will happen. And you know, when people come and tell you you have me for a reason, for a season, for a lifetime, it's true. It's
Mm-hmm.
true.
True.
And sometimes,
True.
yeah, God will make you face a wild cat because he knows that a lion or a tiger is coming in front. So you can spot
Yeah.
the traits and
Yeah.
flee
Mm-hmm.
when it's time.
Mm-hmm.
So you will win the
Pastor
small, you feel
Uti,
like you've lost.
speak.
No, it's true
It's
now.
true. It's
You
true.
feel like you've lost the fight, but eventually you win the battle. Like you see with Adams, I'm the kind of person like, and I've said it to him so many times. Adams, I have an open mind, but Adam's mind is wide open. Adam has the mind of a whole. I, in terms of open-mindedness, I am more a Ron's boy in my open mind. So Adams will be like, no, he gives everybody a fair chance. But me, you can step in at the place now. Yeah, I am highly intuitive. And all I have to do is talk to that person. Sometimes I don't even have to talk. I just have
I
to
say you
watch
don't need
that
to
person and
talk
see that
here.
person's aura. And I'll be like, there's something about this person. I can't put my finger on it,
Yeah.
but this is the vibe I'm getting. And I can't count how many times, months later, the person will come back and tell me, you were right about this person. You were right about this person. Do you understand? So you can only protect yourself so much. Me, I will say my core values. Oh. If you pretend, see, words and actions, bro, words and actions, inauthenticity can never align both. They can't. They can't.
Mm.
So if you come here and tell me, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm such a good person. Oh, me too, I don't know, me too. Something will happen. You not say, but I thought you said, and it won't be long. These days, not they say again. I don't know whether it's because of social media, but they say again. They say again. People can't hide themselves anymore. You meet someone today,
Yeah.
in
They'll
2 weeks,
forget their lives.
3 weeks, bro. People can't hide their
Mm-hmm.
personality, their true characters anymore. So me, I
Omo,
know they fear again. No.
Anyway, you are coming. I know you've been battered several times. Me, I've just been
Yes, now.
freshly battered, so I'm still healing. You understand? This one hide. How can you hide your bad character for over 8 years? So it now makes you like, am I the fool? You understand? You
No,
start
you're
to
not.
ask yourself questions that you not ask yourself before. What is it? Because it's obviously not about that person. If someone can be shitty for 8 years and you didn't see it, or maybe something happened and they became a shitty person in the 8th year or something, yeah, and a shitty person to you, and you've never been shitty to them, yeah, it makes you have a lot of self doubts. Like, me before,
It
what should
fucks
I
with
have done
your self.
better? What should I
It
have
fucks.
this? What did I not see? But this is 8 years. This is to say now 1 year, 3 years. I should have seen it if this person was a bad person now. You understand? So all these questions that you are asking yourself on top of what that person did, now you see the question your own head. Nah, fam.
But people change. You have to understand that people change. Some people start out great, and then the world gets to them, and they become mean. It's what I told Adams today. Because we spoke before this live. My friend Ejiro, he's just what? He's in his mid-20s, and I was complaining to him about people I've been there for, I've done things, and they end up turning their backs on me or calling me a bad person or whatnot. And I was like, I'm done. Like all these, say, I'm no longer Captain Save a Ho or Captain Save a hobo, you know. But he said one thing to me. He said, at the end of the day, a fisherman won't quit fishing just because his net caught some crabs when he was trying to catch fish. He said, as a fisherman, your net will catch fish, crabs, and trash. Your
Mm-hmm.
job is to separate
Sort
the
it out.
crab
Mm-hmm.
from the fish. And you don't even know some of the crabs. You might find someone else that sells crabs, and then you give the person your crab. Your business is with the fish. But you can't say because your net is catching other things, you now abandon being a fisherman. Because
Mm-hmm.
God has created you to be a fisherman. And it hit home. It hits home so
True.
strongly. I was like, wow, why do you have so much wisdom? And I'm like, what? How many years older than you? And this is someone I don't see every day. Oh. And that's God putting people on your path. So for you, 8 years, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe you needed to go 8 years with this person because you would have had someone worse if this person was not in that space blocking out the worst people.
No.
Case in point, the tiger and the cat.
No, you know what I feel it is, yeah. And I think if there is any regrets that I take from um this issue of friendship in quotes, not just about this particular experience here, but if
Mm,
I could give 8 years of my life,
mm-hmm,
8 loyal years of my life,
mm-hmm,
yeah, to you, now you are gone. Good. For instance, now are you supposed to let me take care of my pikin? No, basically, like 8 years is not a short time. Yeah. If I had invested that 8 years in people who tick the boxes, not that oh we are not friends. Even though I see that we don't share the same values, yeah, we can still hang out, we can still be cool. If I had invested that 8 years, if I had sat down and looked into myself and looked at what exactly is it I want out of this world or out of this friendship or out of it, and that person is not, I wouldn't have wasted that time. So if I have to waste 8 more years going further, I'm not saying I will not be friends again, but imagine now wasting another
but
8 years on the wrong
Sharon,
set of people.
Sharon, I'm sorry to cut you short, but you are speaking from the flesh, and that's totally understandable. Do you realize that you can meet somebody, eh, and in 3 months they can mean to you,
Oh,
much
of
more than someone
course.
you've known for 10
Oh, of
years?
course. I
There's
do
nothing
have
like
those
wait.
people person
Guess
already.
what? Thank you. But guess what? It's more about them than you. Your job is that you've sown. See, when the Bible says, and I hate to sound like, oh, I'm trying to be a Christian, but it's the fact. When the Bible says, do not be deceived. Whatsoever, God cannot be mocked. Whatsoever a man sows, he shall reap. It's not just about bad, it's about good. It's your job to do the right thing based on your conscience. You see those 8 years you have given to somebody, it's that person's loss because they are also going to reap whatever they are going to reap, however they're going to reap it. But as
Oh,
for
of
you,
course. Of
yes,
course.
you've sown kindness, you've sown loyalty, you've sown trust, you've sown all of that. When the person, this thing that you expected from this person based on say loyalty and whatnot, when the reward comes, it will make you even forget that you ever knew anybody like this. God
It's
is not wicked.
true. It's
God is
true.
not wicked. That 8 years is your own sowing. So what you should be concentrating on is the fact that you are giving thanksgiving that you were able to be loyal to somebody for 8 years.
Oh,
How
let
many
me
people
give
can open
the
their mouth?
Thanksgiving well. Let me give the Thanksgiving well. I thank
Mm,
God that as it was hard, it was difficult here. But
mm,
I thank God that it happened. I
yeah.
am so grateful to God that it happened because what if that didn't happen? I will not have one of the people's name that I listed when I said there are only 3 people I can die for. You understand? One of those 3 people. I happened not like I just met that person, but we became closer, like
Closer.
inseparable. You understand? And it's like everything I had ever asked for or looked for, or begged God for, wanted. Like I'm a very recipe. I do unto others what I want others to do unto me. So as a friend, everything I ever wanted in another friend, she was like the embodiment of everything. You
Yeah.
understand? And I'm grateful to God. If to be said that
Yeah.
more thing happened, I for
Exactly.
not day close to this one.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's all good. I always tell people it's all good. It hurts when it happens, but it's in reality, it's all good. You know, it's all good. Like not all of us will like fried rice. People that want jollof should go and eat jollof. People that want swallow should go and eat swallow. Abi, ah,
Yeah,
that's life. Oh.
exactly.
Mm. That is life for me. And we too they carry the problem. I think like one major issue we have in Nigeria with regards to friendships and relationships is this terrible demonic spirit of entitlement. I can't stand that. I can't. I'm sorry. You cannot be entitled. You know, I might even be willing to do a lot more from someone that expects nothing from me than do half of what I'm capable of for someone who expects too much from me without earning it. Now, there's some people that have earned the right to expect, even if it's not good to expect, but you've
Mm-hmm.
earned the right. At least
Mm-hmm.
invest in me mentally, spiritually. What can
Exactly.
like? Who are
Exactly.
you to me? Don't just wake up one
Exactly.
day and say I have a problem and you didn't come true for me. Who the fuck are you? What have you done? And then they are so quick to go and tell people when I needed him or her, they didn't show up. When has the other person ever needed you? And in that, what capacity did you show up? Do you understand? Like, don't be
Exactly.
entitled. Don't be entitled to my money, my time, my
Exactly.
resources, my whatever it is. Don't be entitled. Let it
Especially
be a
that
gift.
time. Ha.
Exactly. So when you do sacrifice those things for me, I am incredibly grateful. Like I am so overflowingly grateful because you don't have to do it for me. You don't. But for the fact that you love me enough to do it without even asking, or even if I ask and you oblige immediately, that's gratitude. Because you don't owe me shit. The only being that owes me anything in this life is the supreme being, which is my God
And
that
based
created
on
me. Even my
what
mom.
that person has done, you yourself as a person, out of gratitude, your body will be itching you. What can you do for this person? You are thinking to
Yes.
yourself, what can I do? How can I help? Is there any way this person needs help? That's what life
Exactly.
supposed to be.
Yep.
Adam.
I've been enjoying the comment section. Someone said friendship heartbreak. They play past relationship heartbreak.
Oh,
I
Oh
think
yes.
oh God. Wallahi Allah.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
it pains the same way because you guys sound scorned and I know what you're
Your
going
nyash
through. So
sounds
Adamu, you
scorned.
sound sponge. You sound
Your
sponge.
nyash sounds scorned, dead, punctured, and destroyed. Idiot. he say he say we sound scorned. Scorn kill you because you are
Mm.
heartless. Does not mean we have to be heartless, Mumu.
oh man, this call him called me a shower ho mumu.
I don't like the
Listen, it's all good.
way I don't like the way this life brought Adamu's head down to the comment section. So we cannot even see his forehead well to yab him.
No mind, Rihanna, brother.
Please don't insult Rihanna like that. I'll take offense.
Ah,
Um,
really?
Uti and Sharon, thank you guys for joining, man. Like this is always a delight,
Mm.
when we can gather like this and share some sense. Like honestly, I knew that you guys would be the best people to have this conversation with, and also you guys are my best friends in the whole world. And I wish everyone could experience true friendship. And the most interesting thing about our friendship is that it blossomed in it. There's something praises to say, flower that grew on concrete. And that's what our
Mm,
friendship is because in Lagos is a very transactional place. And we
True,
managed to
true.
find a relationship or friendship that there was no expectation, it wasn't transactional, it was effortless. It was
Yes.
natural, it was spiritual. Like we are now family. So even if we fight, we quarrel, like there is no misalignment of values that can make us break up. We will always call the other person to order.
True. I don't
So
think I've ever had an ugly fight with you. That's weird.
I
Maybe
was
we're
just
not
about
real friends.
to say it too. That there was the only time in my life Like with me and Adam, I almost broke up the friendship. Adamu convinced me that he told me I'm a fool, that I don't know anything, that I should use my iPhone to take videos on
Sharon,
that water.
please let bygones be bygones,
I
please.
should take videos under the water. That I'm a fool. If my phone spoiled, buy me two. My phone now spoiled. You know, so I should put it inside rice for 48 hours. We almost broke up.
You are a goat, Adams.
I
For that,
swear.
you are a goat.
And that
How
was when
dare
iPhone was like
you?
$500,000. It was new iPhone or iPhone X or something.
And at that time, they do that
Yeah.
modeling.
Hmm.
This boy told me
Sharon
I'm a
stressed me up.
fool. I went
Hey,
to park
God.
my car in front of Adamu's office. I said, "Hey, I'm not living here."
You give me my phone. Adams, have you done anything to me that really annoyed me? No. That's weird. I'm beginning to question this friendship. Oh, because I quarrel with my friends very well.
Because you
We
get
never
bad
get.
behavior.
It's not
I'm
bad
very well
behavior.
behaved.
The problem is that you don't have you're not entitled. So that for me made the friendship very easy. You're not entitled at all. And you don't, and you see, because me, I'm an emotional person, and you're like dead inside. It was a perfect combination. So even if I'm about to lose it, you are just there, just like one robot. Why are you upset? Something like that. So it's pretty easy. It was effortless. Like your tribe, oh. You know your tribe. When you meet your tribe, you kind of know. You don't have to overdo anything.
And I think that's why my other friends from different parts of my life can interact with my friends. See how you guys are comfortable with them, Praise, Emmanuel, and Co.
Yeah.
Because we all have the same core values. Come on, see wisdom.
What's the core value? What is
Anyways,
your own core
yeah,
value? Eh?
we,
What is your
we
core
don't
value? How
have
you don't
time.
say my core
We,
value be your core value?
we've run out of time.
Run out of which time?
thank,
Lord, do you
thank,
get do you even
thank.
define core value? Adams, define core value.
You see, for me, my main principle is say what
I
you mean
said
and mean what you say.
define core value.
That's what I'm telling you now. You don't have patience. That's why you and your friends used to fight.
baby friendship.
Look,
Uh,
say
All right,
what you
guys.
mean and mean
It's
what
been
you say.
business doing
Yes.
pleasure with you guys.
where you dey
Hmm.
go?
I want picking go
You want to
chop
do
Sharon get
food
wrong.
now. I
busy.
go go
You
out
know what?
now.
Man, don't call him.
You want leave Uti now,
Now
Congo.
woman want call me.
And now you say one of your core values is loyalty. You're not loyal. They go.
I
See,
do get
praise.
it. They too like bad thing.
You're a
Maybe
married
what's up?
man. That's why
Don't that
I
your
don't
mind.
yab you. I don't yab you too much. I thought to tell you like this just now for this
Thank you
place.
guys. Praise, please round up before we go cause
Why you they
trouble now. They'll
run? You
blacklist
they
us.
fear.
Uh,
I don't reach gym self. Now I
yes.
go pump. Now I still sexy for my 40s. Their father don't
Aww.
go.
Please advise
How cute.
Adamo to work on his legs. So you're a bad friend, Uti.
Adamu
I don't
don't
dey
go
tell
do
am.
BBL for Lagos. You don't
Ah,
see Adamu leg.
oh, now I go Lagos last year because it's cheap for yeah. Okay. I don't say when they call him, say, I'm so where is the song? Yeah. And he got to tell me, say he get today, say you dey top toilet, blah blah. I say, so because you are top toilet, person if you see you. Okay, now the surgery days.
You go do
Right.
start BBL for Lagos. Adamu don't get myself also for
So he
Lagos.
like teen, he can't get big nyash. I'll be waiting. You do the lucky BBL.
Thank you, Praise.
Oh my
Goodbye.
god. But that's what we do now. We look out for our friendships. But honestly, guys, thank you for joining us. The comment section has been so popped up, man. Thanks everyone. Even the comment said another live on your own.
No,
I'm
but
telling
before
you, I've been
we go,
enjoying reading every single thing.
but somebody actually asked a very important question. He said, "What is core values?" Adams, you want to ask the question. Answer him before we go.
So, like I said, core values, right, is what is your guiding principles as a person, and everybody has different things that mean that make them up, right? And these are the intangibles. So I can provide color, share some color on what my core values are, which is say what
Just
you mean.
headlines, don't explain. Good. Number
That's what I'm
one.
saying. Say what you mean and mean what you say.
Good
Second
too.
one, know yourself. That's pretty
Yes.
much it. So a lot of people don't know themselves. Yeah, very few people know what they stand for. So once you know all those things, it's easy for you to assess and select friends, right? This
Yeah.
is what we're talking about with praise. If you know what you stand for, it's easy for you to communicate it to people. It's easy for you to look for these qualities in people, and it'll be easy for you guys to become friends. But I don't
So
feel like
what
we
are my
have
core values?
yeah.
Adam, what do you think my core values are
I'll,
now that you've known me?
I will call you and tell you yours are plenty.
Yeah? So are you saying
Mhm.
I'm a difficult person?
Yes, you are.
Uti, Uti,
Eh?
don't forget to, before you enter gym, enter that place. So
Wait. Oh,
you hear?
now for
Enter,
Sunday,
don't forget.
now for weekend now.
And now,
Please
well,
do this on your WhatsApp. This is
So
good
wait,
for
see,
everybody.
Adams, the only
Thank
thing
you.
I agree with you
Yeah.
is that yes, I do have a lot, but they are not plenty. Number one, honesty. You have to be honest if you are going to be my friend. You have to be very honest. Number two, you have to be self-aware. Number three, you have to be responsible. You have to be able to take responsibility for your actions slash accountability. Yes, you have to be able to say sorry, thank you, and please. And number five, you have
that's like
to
10.
be yes.
It's 10 already.
Yes.
You say
It's going to get
responsibility, loyalty, honesty,
subcategories.
everything is That's like 1 million already, my guy. Your core value plenty. You know they want me.
Because I am those things. Maybe that's why a lot of people feel. Somebody once told me you are a bit too good to be my friend. I'm like, I'm far from being good. Like, no, it's like you make it hard to be a good friend because how can I repay you? I'm like, just be yourself. Simple.
That's bad advice. Be yourself, I think, is bad advice.
Ayola been the look for values where
They let him
people
finish.
giving oneself to.
Honestly.
I know.
For me, I think one of my deal breakers for friendships and relationships is someone that lies a lot, especially little lies. Like you're just lying about little things. Someone that lies a lot. That's one of my biggest pet peeves in all those things. Lying, and going behind me. Just dishonesty. People that go behind me. Like now, maybe I come party, I meet all three of you. Then you now go behind me to now go and meet any of you to go and start talking nonsense. Like, what is that? Without like trying to now leave me out and trying to now form more kind of thing. And those people that try to sell the other person out to build loyalty to another person, that is bullshit. That is bullshit. And the minute you do that, it's like someone I met that was trying to build something with me. Met someone once in my hotel room, and then she went behind me to go and meet the person in his hotel. And neither of them, well, she later told me later because like I said, I suspected something, and I asked her the direct question. And I said, if you lied to me, we would never speak again. And I meant it. And then she told me. And my friend apologized. But yeah, once trust is like cracked. You can line it with gold, but it's still cracked. So just don't lie to me and don't be sneaky. Don't be sneaky around me. Don't be sneaky. Don't be sneaky.
Praise, are you hearing?
Don't be sneaky. Praise the door.
Nah, that's not never. Nah, he wanted to say someone else, not me.
Oh my God, I can't deal with Tutsi again. I'm done.
Sharon,
I'm done. I'm done.
thank you. Uti, thank you guys so much.
I'm done.
This
I'm
Why you
has
around
done.
been
they go? Be like say your wife don't call you. Say, honey, we have not done today. Oh.
that is why I need to end this call because I know nonsense will now start. Thank you. Praise.
It's
Can you
been
round us out?
business doing pleasure with you guys.
Are we not going to say play closing prayer?
Now, where would they go with that? But honestly, guys,
Praise
for us to round up, I really want to appreciate you guys for all that you've done and for the work that you guys have done in Adam, because Adam is a very stand-up guy. We all love him, respect him, and for some of us, we've been good friends with him, and he's an open book. Like you've given a definition that actually just captures him. Adam is a whole when it comes to friendship. He gives everybody a try, and he doesn't just
judge.
that, and he can call out your bullshit as well, especially when when they think that you are someone of value to him as well. So I think it took a village, and you guys are the village. And me, I've enjoyed friendship with you guys as well, just because of the kind.
Oh, daddy.
Yeah, just because of that connection that we've had, and there will be no. I know if you come Nigeria, no hang out with you, and I believe that you guys, there will be no way you guys are coming over here. We will not go fit, just hang out and just do something with and all of that.
How many times you see her when you come Nigeria, Sharon?
Only once I come Nigeria, and
Once.
I spent
How
that.
many times you see her? Now only
I
once.
saw
And you stay how many
him
weeks?
once.
Now only
I
Now
saw
once.
him.
don't come me for airport, sure girl.
Now that's be your friend. We are friend by association. Get right. But you buy perfume, so I go forgive you. You buy perfume.
I
You
buy perfume
bribe
for you
me.
for me. Oh.
When you pocket, you.
So
Hey,
perfume na part of your
hey, I
core
dey support
values.
you now. You are
Yes.
come pick from airport. I dey
My love
support you.
language
I better support to
is
support you.
receiving gifts. My new love language is receiving gifts as I did Nigeria. So
Is where Sharon
that's the only
just
way I can know you love me. If you send me gifts. May I
she's
say
where
may I paste my answer
she's
so that if it
Sharon
enters your heart.
just
Praise, I'll send you my account number. You never dash me money since.
for real
Praise, this is
though.
why I say we should round out.
You not quiet too.
No,
You not
for
quiet.
real. No,
Praise you. You never dash me money since. May I send my account?
now small, now small, now small.
Talk how
You
much you
guys are
want give me.
very rad.
I'll call
Talk how
you.
much you want give me.
I'll
You say
call
that
you.
how much you give me.
I'll call
There's
you.
no amount that is too small. No, say
I'll
it's here. I need witnesses.
call you.
How much you want give me?
Use your full
You know,
chest.
my guy. I'll call you for phone.
And they ambush
See why I like
my
Adams.
Australian
If
friend.
I tell Adams this kind of thing, as it cost me finish, he go say send your account. At least the smallest amount Adams has ever sent me. Adams
Adam,
talk.
no,
No.
Adam, why no? Adam,
They're
why
going
no?
to say a joke.
Adams dash money where you are a dead friend. Australian boy, man, no chocolate.
Uti, happy belated birthday, oh, sure guy. Now I will.
Why you not wish me on the main day?
Did you wish me happy birthday either? Why
I
you
miss
no
that
wish
now.
me
You
happy
know
birthday,
they
Praise?
post now. You know
Praise,
say
now
I
you look
post
for
Dirty
trouble.
behavior.
you know
End life.
say I
You know
post
they hear.
me when post picture put wing for my body, a dark black wing, so that nobody will give excuse. I went back to my Edo roots. I post
This guy go turn
a
to
prayer
bat.
picture.
Sunday
Anybody when wish
morning.
this birthday did it intentionally. Praise. The only way I'll forgive you, I go send you my answer. And Echo Bank, I they use Echo Bank. If Echo Bank no work, I get to send it. Okay?
No,
See
Alan.
the two strong banks you are using: Echo Bank, Zenith,
What,
Odopo Male. Shit.
Sharon? Sharon, what can 100,000 do for you?
People of God, it's been business doing
Adam,
pleasure
shut up
with
your
you.
dirty mouth. You,
Thank you.
Destiny,
Praise.
you are truncating
Goodbye.
destiny.
I love you.
You are
We will call
truncating
you on WhatsApp.
destiny.
Goodbye.
Show up.
Snap
Show up, Adam. Show up.
All right, guys.
Bye.